And we're getting set for the opening tip-off between the boys, McDevitt, East Pennsboro. Charlie, we've talked about Bishop McDevitt. They have a chance under Jeff Holt to get their first winning season in a decade.
Well, behind Aaron Devan's 23 points, and Jeff Hoke's had a second year to get this team, or third year, I should say, to get this team rolling. This should be a good game tonight.
And we're talking about East Pennsboro and a crossover game tonight. Certainly a great test for East Pennsboro to play a team from Mid-Penn Commonwealth.
Yeah, but this East Pennsboro team's no stranger to success. Last year, ranked in the state. This might be one of their best teams ever.
All right, opening tip-off coming up. McDevitt and East Pennsboro boys next on ABC 27.
There's something to be said for a company that has survived the Great Depression, weathered a handful of recessions, challenging marketplace stronger than ever. And it's worth noting that success has come while keeping its headquarters and decision-making local for more than 80 years. Perhaps growing deeper roots to ensure strength and stability is an idea whose time has come. We figured that out 8 decades ago. Penn National Insurance.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. Think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre- and post-surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
All-state freshman Malia Tate DeFreitas tore her ACL in a heated state playoff, and her dreams seem shattered.
It really helps me.
To go from tears to a smile, it's just a beautiful thing.
To play at a championship level requires a level of discipline few ever achieve. You prepare, you focus, and make a commitment to excellence. That's Hoffman Ford. #1 in sales and in service, because the customer is #1. Choose from over 400 vehicles in stock. Plus, we're your Roush performance dealer. Bigger selection, better deals. Hoffman Ford.
Set for the second half of our doubleheader. Greg Mays, Charlie Fortney from East Pennsboro High School. And we get set for the second game between the Bishop McDevitt boys and the East Pennsboro boys. I must say, I've known Jeff Hoke for a long time. Back in his days at Trinity. He played under Larry Kostelek, nearly 1,000 points over there, and a very high-energy guy. He's brought a lot of energy to this Bishop McDevitt program.
Yeah, he's worked really hard with these guys. He's building the program from the ground up. He's at a traditional football school, but don't tell Jeff Hoke that, because he believes this basketball program is on the rise. And this year, 8-5, 8-5, just getting off to a great start. 9-4, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. 9-4, and just a great start in Mid-Penn Commonwealth, which is always a tough division.
He said he had T-shirts printed up that say MCD. It didn't mean Bishop McDevitt. It meant more committed to defense. And that's what he hopes to do in this game and as he's been playing throughout the year. East Pennsboro is 4-3 in the Mid-Penn Capital, 8-3 overall. Everybody's chasing Trinity and then in that revamped Mid-Penn Capital Conference. But they've got the home court advantage. I'm looking around. This place is packed tonight because they've got Bishop McDevitt in. And as I said before, and we've done this before, of course, I think the TV brings a lot of people out as well. And I think this will certainly inspire both teams to play well tonight. Look at the starting lineups.
Well, when I was at Steel High, Greg, as you know, we played in front of a packed house pretty much every night, and especially our senior year, and it always energizes you when there's people excited to watch you play. And this atmosphere is very exciting. It's going to be interesting to see how East Pennsboro feeds off of that and how McDevitt handles coming into this atmosphere.
You know, we talked last week about the Cedar Cliff and Redland crowds, and I've been over to East Pennsboro many times to do more basketball for me than football, although we're here all the time for football, but I've seen more basketball. And I'll tell you, this is one of the really, really good group of fans as well. I mean, they turn out and force this whole section behind us is nothing but students.
Well, the Golden Corral is going to be hard to duplicate over there in Cedar Cliff. I know the Red Sea down in Redland has something special going on too. But naturally, it's nice to see this crowd, see the kids got their face painted, some got their outfits on. And at one point here, I know we're going to get a shot of these guys, but it looks like the East Pennsboro boys basketball team is getting psyched up here as well. It seems like every team has their own little pregame ritual. It's kind of nice to see that.
Well, here they are. They are the East Pennsboro fans, and they inevitably will play to the camera. Boys, wake up. You're on TV. Here we go. We're going to see them throughout the course of the game. There they go. I knew it would take a second to get them cranked
Why
up.
do they got to wait till they know the camera's in their face?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they want to see a dunk or some highlights.
So here we go, the opening tip. East Pennsboro in the home white, McDevitt, the Crusaders in the road dark uniforms. Steve Koropchak jumping. They control the tip.
Devitt wants to be patient here in the early going. East Pennsboro's coming out in an aggressive man-to-man.
Aaron DeVan.
Aaron DeVan trying to get off to a start early, very aggressive, gets up nice and high on his shot, very quick. What people don't understand about Aaron DeVan is he's a good, solid 6'3", 6'3.5", but he might be one of the quickest players at that size in the league. That's where this scoring is coming from, not just his shot. Great shooter, but he's a tremendous scorer.
The off-balance shot by Gaston missed. McDevitt comes out of the pack. Johnson, dish.
The advantage East Pennsboro is going to have in this game, if they can exploit it, is around the basket, the size of their guys around the basket. You got Kelvin White, a solid 6'3". Matt Akey, number 35, 6'7". Bryce Wilson, 6'4", with a body.
Turnover against East Pennsboro.
McDevitt's going to have to get a lot out of Steven Koropchak, 6'5", and an Aaron DeVan at 6'3" is going to have to help him out. Just going to have to be quicker.
Minute and a half going by first quarter, no score.
Looks like Coach Hoke's idea is just to move that ball, spread that defense, try to find your opportunities.
That's Arnold for three.
And that was not an easy shot because he was backpedaling when he made that three-point shot.
De Los Santos, Alberto De Los Santos is one of the guys who's going to make this team go. Akey. He goes 6'7", handling the ball outside.
You mentioned De Los Santos at 14.9 points a game, 15. He does make the team go. You don't average that. Make 18 three-pointers, shoot 79% from the free throw line. Unless you've been working on your game in the offseason. He has a quickness about him. To have a guard, kind of a combo .2 guard, to be able to do that at about 5'11", that's pretty good.
Short jumper does go by Matt Akey.
Matt Akey's come a long way. This is one of the most underrated juniors, big guys in the area. We have a lot of good big guys in the area, a lot of good juniors. One of the most underrated big guys. He's getting better every time he plays the game.
Going back the other way, Akey had the shot. When we take a look at our Penn National Insurance keys of the game, Charlie.
Well, you got McDevitt. They're going to have to limit De La Santa's easy looks. He's leading the team and scoring 15 a game. Keep bigs off the boards and box out. Create an up-tempo game with defensive pressure. East Pennsboro needs to contest all McDevitt's talented shooters. Defend the penetration from the guards. Balance that inside-out attack. Try to get something around the basket.
Panthers come away with a rebound. Wilson put it in the paint. Foul.
You know, this East Pennsboro team, not necessarily playing in the Commonwealth Division nor the Keystone Division. We talk highly of those, but they got some big wins over Cedar Cliff. Hershey the first time around. Almost beat Hershey. A second, Hershey squeaked out a win here this past Saturday. Big wins against some pretty good schools, Greg, that are doing pretty well right now.
Exactly.
Coach Laudenslager's done a good job building this program, I'll tell you.
Korupchek in the paint.
Well, every basket Korupchek makes, that's holding serve from McDevitt around the basket, because they're going to need a big game from him. Kind of much like Sarah Beard was up against it in the girls' game, going up against McDevitt's forwards.
Stephen Korupchek goes 6'5". He's a senior.
He looks pretty athletic, though, for his size. Not very big looking or not very physical looking, but just looked like he's quick off his feet there.
Johnson saved it. Not before East Pennsboro got it out. And 2 for Kelvin White.
Wow, Kelvin White at 6'4", catching that ball, running the floor like that. What an advantage for East Pennsboro to have an athlete like that on the court.
Traveling.
Well, we saw traveling in the girls' game. It's appropriate that we at least saw one early on here in the boys' game. Just seems to be in the water in the gym tonight.
Steve Laudenschlager, the varsity boys coach for East Pennsboro, and will stay Panthers basketball.
Steve's aggressive. You can see him on the sideline. He's playing the game. He's playing every play. That's Coach Hoke doing the same thing. Looks like we got like a competition going on between coaches here for intensity. That's why both teams are doing well, though. They rub this off on their players, Greg.
Nice drive to the hoop, but Wilson's called for a travel. Too many steps. That is 6 turnovers for East Pennsboro, and we've only played 4 minutes of the first quarter. Josh Barwin now into the game for McDevitt. Here come the Crusaders, tied at 5 halfway through this first quarter. Greg Mace, Charlie Fortney, High School Basketball Live here on ABC 27 in conjunction with Advanced Hoops and Arlington Orthopedics, our presenting sponsor.
Yeah, Barwin gives them another 6'3" guy out there with the size mismatches. He's definitely a guy that Coach Hoke wants to come off the bench and give them a spark.
Well, they need one in shooting. McDevitt 2 of 11 overall here early in this basketball game. And here come the Panthers. Nate Conrad, 5'6" senior. Big three-point shooter for this team. One out, last touch by McDevitt.
Well, Greg, our stats show us that Aaron DeVance shooting 53% from the three. That's a hot way. I mean, it's going to be hard to believe you can end the season shooting 53%. That might lead the country. But he's gotten off to a great start, averaging almost 4 3-pointers a game. But to have that kind of percentage, it's going to be interesting to see how his shooting affects this game, because he's averaging 23 points per game.
Ryder King, he's number 15. Akey and another travel. Now, too many steps. Nobody's hit a field goal here in the last couple minutes. Barwin underneath, didn't get the roll. Polachek couldn't get it to fall, and it goes out and it'll go back to McDevitt. DJ Polachek, he's a junior, he's number 5. His dad is an assistant coach.
These are some tight rims, because there's a lot of basketballs that have bounced in and out in the 2 games here tonight between the girls and the boys game.
Good point. Los Santos kicks it back out.
It's like they're in and then they're out.
Yeah. See if this one will fall. That one did.
Well, now you know why he's so good. And now you know why De Los Santos, and now you know why. Oh, wow.
Almost.
Aaron DeVan has a very interesting jump shot. Definitely a very quick release, a nice release. Shoots it a little low, but that's definitely very accurate with his 3-point shot.
White kicking it back out. Ryder King. Baseline. Crusaders couldn't get it to fall. Panthers get the big defensive board. Looking to add to their 4-point advantage. Gaston off balance. Almost got that one to fall. Pashi Gaston, 5'11" junior. Loves to attack that basket.
Well, and he was quick. Wow, I mean, he was so fast, Greg. I couldn't even catch the last part of the play. I mean, he was shot by us, and he was at the basket in an instant.
His first point.
I can see why McDevitt's gotten off to a good start this year. Not only are they quick, but they move the ball really well. When you're a team that moves the basketball well and you move well physically, it's hard to guard that. Doesn't matter what size you are. Doesn't matter. You don't need any big guys, to be in games when you play that style of basketball. And that all comes down to coaching, because it takes a lot of drilling to get a team to be able to move without the basketball.
De Los Santos. Johnson in the paint.
Yeah, and McDevitt's they're not sulking. I mean, they're sprinting back down court and attacking those seams. But you see why De Los Santos is so good. McDevitt's going to have to read this scouting report here for the rest of the game, because he keeps going strong to the basket with that right, and he's going to do that all day long if you don't force him left.
Ball goes right back out. Come back out to McDevitt. Long range, Gaston got it to go for 3.
Wow, that was past the college arc. That was past the NBA arc. If there would have been one out there, that was a heck of a 3.
Taken away by the Crusaders. And that one will stay with McDevitt.
What a game here, Greg. 11-11. 1 minute. The pace of this game, you would think there'd be 30 points for each team on the board. But a lot of turnovers, a lot of missed opportunities. 10 turnovers for East Pennsboro right now.
Both teams almost trying to catch their breath here for a second. Goes right back to McDevitt.
Calvin White's denying the corner pass. Usually the inbounder helps deny the pass underneath, but definitely an interesting strategy. Looks like they're letting. Looks like Bryce Wilson is staying home under there, which was allowing him to do that.
Missed the long range, and McDevitt missing the shot. East Pennsboro comes away with it.
Well, Coach Hoke's got to be happy. His team's tied right now on the road against a very good East Pennsboro team, and Aaron DeVan hasn't even contributed, like he normally does. But he'll be back. You don't average 23 points a game and go away.
East Pennsboro to inbounds. DeVan is yet to score. And they get it back out to De Los Santos. 5'11" senior. Gonna take it himself. Boy, he's quick.
He is. Nate Conrad's not shabby himself here, Greg. He's got some nice crossover moves out here, doing a real good job running the team. I'm surprised at that. Didn't see. Usually they don't call the 5 seconds when there's not real good pressure on the ball, when the defense is dropping back a little. But they've been reffing longer than me.
Well, East Pennsboro bench didn't like it, but now McDevitt has a chance to take the lead to end the quarter.
Well, what more appropriate to have Aaron DeVan ending this quarter? I think Coach Hoke would have liked him to wait a few more seconds.
Back down, no, through it. Here's White.
What an athlete, wow.
Won't get a shot away.
Ooh.
End of one quarter. It is a close one. Can't get any closer than 11-11. You're watching high school basketball live on ABC 27, presented by Arlington Orthopedics.
To play at a championship level requires a level of discipline few ever achieve. You prepare, you focus, and make a commitment to excellence. That's Hoffman Ford, #1 in sales and in service. Because the customer is #1. Choose from over 400 vehicles in stock. Plus, we're your Roush performance dealer. Bigger selection, better deals. Hoffman Ford.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre- and post-surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
We make car buying simple by knocking down all the hurdles we can. We do what you expect, what's logical, or just plain right. For instance, the live market-driven prices we offer up front are the same everywhere you may choose to shop. Our prices are the same on the internet, by phone, or in the showroom. That's how it should be.
Experience car buying made simple at Bobby Ray Hall on the Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg.
Greg Mace, Charlie Fortney with you. ABC 27. East Pennsboro's not taking a whole lot of two-point shots. 7 total. They've connected on 5, but
well, and that's not a great sign considering that they have a huge size advantage in this game. You want to live around the basket against a team like McDevitt that can't really match your brawn or your size.
Van.
Wow, and he was way out there.
Nice baseline move. Akey couldn't get it up to go in, and he'll go to the line to try to get it in. Matt Akey, 6'7" junior.
What's nice about Matt Akey here, when you look at his body, you know, this body can be built on. If college coaches are looking at a kid like this going, you know, I'm going to put 25, 30 pounds of muscle on him. Got good coordination, big upside. Reminds me of Mitch Stahl from Chambersburg, real athletic, but a sophomore. Mitch Stahl was on that game we did there over at Cumberland Valley. Matt Akey definitely a player coming on strong.
Akey's got 4, and East Pennsboro's got a 2-point lead. DeVan had his shot partially blocked. Here come the Panthers. Little alley-oop.
Coach Leidenslager rather just have that finish that. He is happy with the effort. He said, I'm okay, guys.
A reminder that you can log on to advancedhoops.com, get information on year-round programs, coaches, clinics, even private lessons. You can crank up the game of your student athlete by logging on to advancedhoops.com. Polacek is number 5. Korupchek is 33. Round the horn for McDevitt, down by 2, early going here, second quarter. Look at the van. Big spin move in his first 2 points. Boy, he went through traffic big time there.
Well, it shows that he's more than a three-point shooter. He gets close to half of his points from the three-point line, but just shows how good of a player he is. He can, if it's not working from the outside, he can go around the hoop. He has the mid-range pull-up. Very athletic.
East Pennsboro turned it over again on trying to make some of those quick passes in there and couldn't capitalize for a second straight possession.
Devin's doing a good job working for the shots that they want.
Korupchek.
And that's a shot that needs to be contested by East Pennsboro. Korupchek should not, being the only really big guy out there for East Penn, he should not, or McDevitt, he should not be given easy looks like that.
Gaston couldn't get it to go off the turnover. Baseball pass down court. One play to Los Santos, and he's got 6.
Oh, nice pass by Kelvin White. Use the bounce pass.
Three wouldn't go. Foul looks like it's against Akey.
Well, Korupchek was working hard there. Coach Hoke's not upset at all. He's talking to the referee. He felt like it was kind of an even Steven going after a loose ball. He didn't think Korupchek should have been penalized there, but the referee wins on this one. And Korupchek is sitting down.
Look at McDevitt coach Jeff Hoke. And it goes to the possession of East Pennsboro. 11-11 after 1, 15-15 here in the second. And Gaston kind of got his body into that one.
You know, Greg, I haven't gotten a chance to see East Pennsboro play much in the last 2 years. One of the reasons why we picked them to be on High School Basketball Live, a team that's been doing tremendously well under Coach Laudenslager. Deservingly, they needed to be featured. McDevitt having a tremendous start. I'm so glad that they're doing well. But this team is definitely impressive. I mean, just the talent on this team, the size. They just seem to be a well-balanced team. When you have a well-balanced team, like you can pretty much play against anybody.
You know, that's three possessions there where they were trying to get off a quick pass, and it was, 6 inches away from connecting. But they're moving the ball well.
Yep, both teams seem to be gritty defensively, strategizing defensively. Looks like this is where that third ref comes in. And when the third ref comes over, the third ref, I've been talking to the officials before the Cedar Cliff Redland game and explaining the three-man crew. When that third ref comes over, it's going to be overturned. I mean, there's kind of like a rule of thumb. You don't come unless you're sure.
Well,
and I thought that was the right call.
Yeah, I think we've seen a number of occasions when that happened. I think that's terrific that they're working three refs on these games.
Yeah, and the officials I were talking to, their goal, they just want to get it right. They don't care about being right individually. They don't care about personal pride. And this is where I think officiating's gotten better. And I applaud Donnie Epley. I applaud them for pushing for the three-man crew. Yeah, it's not necessarily a requirement per se, but pushing for the three-man crew, it does make it better basketball for everyone involved. It's kind of like, not instant replay, but it's like what instant replay has done for pro sports. It's like you're getting it right. Same principle, different method.
Los Santos couldn't get it to fall, and he tries to save it. Who's going to get it? It will go out of bounds.
Well, nice hustle by Conrad to try to make that happen. Boy, Conrad for 5'6" plays like 6'6" there when he goes up. We've seen a lot of smaller athletic guys this year. Tyler Maloney from Cumberland Valley, Kevin Agnew from Trinity at 5'9".
There's Connor Arnold for 3.
Wow. It's definitely one of the keys that East Pennsboro needs to catch up with is his shooting ability of not McDevitt. The thing is, it's not just shooting ability. These are shots from 6, 7 feet behind the line. These are unguardable shots, Greg.
15th turnover for East Pennsboro.
Well, and they're still in the game. In fact, up until a few minutes ago, they were winning. It was tied, back and forth. But to have 15 turnovers, that's correctable. McDevitt's going to have to keep hitting shots and take more advantage of these turnovers.
Good play by Polacek to keep the ball in the hands of his team. Arnold again.
I was nervous there for East Penn because Connor Arnold looked very comfortable. That's that sweet spot he made that last shot in.
Another quick pass. Looking to move the basketball, and there's 2 for Kelvin White.
Nice pass by Akey.
Cuts the lead back to 1. Under 3 left. It'll stay with McDevitt. Greg Mace, Charlie Fortney, high school basketball live here on ABC 27. Part of our continuing high school basketball live. We got some single games coming up. We'll have the Mid-Penn Championship, district playoffs all coming up later here on ABC 27.
Yeah, and I'm hearing a rumor that the Mid-Penn Championships are going to be over Cumberland Valley this year. Have you heard that rumor, Greg?
I heard that from you.
It's a rumor. No. It's hopefully a very good possibility. Cumberland Valley is a tremendous place, not only to do a game on TV, but you can see as many as, I believe, 3,500 people there.
That's a great facility. And there's not a lot of places where you see an overhanging scoreboard, and it's a beautiful gymnasium. The Dome. Back in the old days, Jim Dooley was called the Dooley Dome.
Well, listen, my experience with Cumberland Valley is Jim Dooley's 1-3-1 zone. And I don't ever want to see a Jim Dooley 1-3-1 zone again. I mean, we used to fall asleep playing against that. I hated those 49, 50-point games when we were averaging 70 points a game. But speaking of Cumberland Valley, I just had a thought. One of the most exciting games I ever played in was against McDevitt when they had Brett McKay and Lance Whiteside and Zeffie Penn and that crew in a second-half championship game at Cumberland Valley. I'll never forget the first basket of that game. Ooh. First basket of that game, it seemed like running down the court, you were walking on a cloud. You couldn't even feel your body. It was so exciting.
And people don't remember. I mean, we go back in the old days, South Central Conference, and we go back further than that. We used to play first half, second half. And it used to be that it got to be a little bit too draining. I mean, sometimes you could play. I mean, you remember when Harrisburg, Steel High, other teams, you'd play each other 3, 4, 5 times, almost to the point where it became way too draining, I thought. I like the idea of just one half. I really think they made a nice move in doing that. King missed. McDevitt with a 3-point lead, looking to add to it. Gaston.
East Pennsboro playing a little bit of defense of their own here.
Underneath, there's 2 more.
Tell you what, Kelvin White has a heck of a body on him. I know it comes in handy on the football field, but it certainly comes in handy on the basketball court. I mean, just the rebound right there. There's some good sportsmanship between Aaron Devan and Kelvin White. These guys have played with each other, against each other. They've rebounded for each other probably in the past, and they're 2 competitors. Good sportsmanship.
White has 6. He and De Los Santos both have 6 for East Pennsboro. And White looking to tie the game, as it's been many times. 20-20. Each team with 9 points in this second quarter. This is as even as you can get through 1 and now into 2. Give White 8, give East Pennsboro the 1-point lead as we approach 2 minutes first half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we got an Arlington Orthopedics halftime shootout that you won't want to miss.
Well, and following that is that, that interview with Dr. Espenshade. I had a chance to spend some time with Dr. Espenshade talking about Achilles, the jumping muscle, he calls it. That's a great interview because the Achilles is one part of that body that I fear that I don't want to ruin that one, but They say guys my age, I'm not telling you my age, but start to get those injuries. So definitely want to stay tuned to get educated about the Achilles tendon.
Arnold. Johnson got the rebound. McDevitt breaks. And there's 2 more for Kelvin White.
Well, now the home court advantage is taking over. They're taking advantage of this crowd being on their side. But look at Connor Arnold's not afraid to keep hiking it, I'll tell you. He has a lot of confidence out there. Nice look up court, though, by Nate Conrad to get Kelvin White that basket, which has given East Pennsboro their advantage. Ladenslager, yeah, he wants to end this half on a good note. You don't want to, at home, give the opposing team any legs or any momentum.
So a quick timeout here by East Pennsboro. And a reminder, you can vote for the Bobby Rahal Honda, Bobby Rahal Toyota Player of the Game. You go to advancedhoops.com, log on to Advanced Hoops, and click on the icon that says Live High School Basketball. And you can fill it all out and let us know who you think the player of the game is. But
I'll tell you, the Cedar Cliff Redland game, you know, they had more votes for player of the game in that one, Greg. So I'm kind of curious if the fans sitting on the couch at home, I'm going to challenge them to beat Redland Cedar Cliff fans and get out there and get on the website and vote for their player of the game. And they can even, you know, they don't have to agree with us, Greg. You know, they can.
A lot of people would disagree with us.
Yeah, I think so. And we also have a thing on the website where you can give us broadcast feedback. We've gotten some good feedback, a lot of positive feedback, some very good constructive feedback that has helped shape our show and make it even better.
Well, East Pennsboro, so aggressive, quick passing. Well, very impressive.
When you got a 6'4" Calvin White, built like a tight end, handling the ball, taking it to the basket, that's just hard to stop. I mean, he was even looking to dish it for an assist. This is the guy on the court you just can't match up with. You just got to hope he doesn't hurt you too bad.
Almost threw it away.
And East Pennsboro's doing a really good job of keeping Aaron Devan in check, which is a big point of emphasis for this game. And there's Aaron Devan.
Well, he's got 7. Big 3 ties it.
Well, they say you can't keep a good man down. You can't keep a good shooter down. He's bound to erupt, and he just hit a big one there because they needed that going into halftime. Coach Ladenslager wants to get the last shot. I don't blame him.
Ooh. Threw it away, goes back to McDevitt with 17, we'll call it, left here.
Well, the big guy's supposed to be a pressure release out there. Coach Ladenslager wants his big guy to get that ball right back to the guard. Not try to be Magic Johnson, but I give Kelvin White a lot of credit. He's really done a lot of great things in this game.
Down the lane, gonna go out, and East Pennsboro will get one last Hail Mary here. Call it 1.3 seconds left. Goes to White, gonna heave it up. Short.
It almost looked from here like it had a chance.
It did, almost. A little short. 23 all after one half. Our Arlington Orthopedic Shootout coming up here on ABC 27.
Get ready to start popping with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza. It's your favorite Pizza Hut pizza surrounded by 28 tasty cheese-filled bites. You won't be able to stop pulling them, dipping them, and popping them. And right now, a Cheesy Bites pizza with your favorite topping is just $11.99. Plus, add a 2-liter Pepsi and an order of breadsticks for just $5 more. The Cheesy Bites pizza deal won't last long, only $11.99 and only at your Pizza Hut.
There's something to be said for a company that has survived the Great Depression, weathered a handful of recessions, and emerged from today's challenging marketplace stronger than ever. And it's worth noting that success has come while keeping its headquarters and decision-making local for more than 80 years. Perhaps growing deeper roots to ensure strength and stability is an idea whose time has come. We figured that out 8 decades ago. Penn National Insurance.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre and post surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
Having been to Arlington Orthopedics several times over the past roughly 15 years, I have found them to be very caring.
For 15 or 20 years, I've dealt with sciatic nerve pain down both legs. Kind of figured I was going to have that all my life.
Because of crippling arthritis, I no longer could hold on to things.
We went through this disc fusion surgery. It's just changed my whole life.
The pain is virtually gone, and he fully expects me to return to 100%.
Ryan and Todd from Hoffman Ford. Harrisburg's largest volume and only Ford dealer. What does Hoffman Ford mean to you? Respect, outstanding customer service, honest communication, superior sales and service staff. Did you know that we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Check us out at hoffmanford.com. Check out our new and used inventory, look for service specials, make appointments, get a quote, and even apply for credit. That's right, just another reason why Hoffman Ford is Harrisburg's most powerful name in Fords.
All right, welcome back live. It's 23-23 here at halftime between East Pennsboro and Bishop McDevitt. Greg Mace together with Charlie Fortney here on ABC 27. This is our Arlington Orthopedic three-point shootout. Charlie, explain the rules and what people can win here.
Well, each of our contestants here have a chance to make an NBA three-point shot. If they make that shot, each one of them can get a $50 Fulton Bank Visa gift card. Our first contestant is Steve Santor. By the way, all these contestants are the dads of East Pennsboro girls basketball players. Let's give it up for the dads of East Pennsboro girls basketball players.
All right, Steve. Your shot. Oh, close.
Okay. Representing Select Physical Therapy is Mike McCavish. Well, Mike, your daughter shot a lot better than that in the second half. Representing Penn National Insurance is Dwight Beard.
Oh, they're on him.
Okay, it can only get better at this point. Representing Huffman Ford is Dave Johnson. Oh, okay. Now, representing Pizza Hut is Rick Failer. Go ahead, Rick. Okay, these guys are not going to go away empty-handed. In fact, we're going to feed them. Guys, come on over here. Not only do you get a share of Pizza Hut pizza in the lobby, but you get a free T-shirt from Arlington Orthopedics, and each get a Faulkner 5 card from Faulkner Toyota. Let's give them a great big hand, guys.
All right, thanks to our shooters. Thank you. All right, we're going to bring in Dr. Matt Espenshade from Arlington Orthopedics. You know, sometimes we talk about Achilles heels injury, it just sounds painful, but I know at Arlington Orthopedics that's a big part of what you do.
Yeah, it's a pretty common injury. It is painful, but with the right treatment, you'll get back without a problem. So.
All right, here's Charlie with Dr. Espenshade with Arlington Orthopedics up close and personal.
This topic, I think, fits me, and I'm not afraid to admit I just turned 40, and the idea of rupturing my Achilles, like so many of my friends have done already, it just scares me. Can you put my mind at ease a little bit here? Is this a middle-aged man injury here?
It does occur in people most commonly between the 30 to 50 age group, okay? So unfortunately, you'd fall right in there right now, okay?
It's an injury, though, that can be fixed, and people can get back to playing sports again even after it's fixed. So
most people I know that have had this Achilles rupture hear a loud noise or talk about a noise that happens right at the point of injury. Is there any truth to that?
it can happen. Most people do hear some type of pop. You get a sharp stabbing pain in the back of their calf usually. Sometimes they describe it as someone hit them in the back of the calf with like a baseball bat.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Reason being, the Achilles is the largest tendon in the body, and it's responsible for actually pushing your foot down, and it attaches back here to your heel bone. The muscles that provide the strength to it are in the back of your calf. That big mass of muscles come down and form a big tendon and attach here. And it's responsible for when you push off anytime you walk, jump, run, anytime you really move your foot at all, especially with what's called plantar flexion or pushing it down, is the action or movement of the Achilles tendon itself.
Does it help if somebody warms up real well, stretches real well? So would this happen if somebody's not stretching more often?
More often it happens when people don't stretch at all, because muscle is very tight, the tendon is very tight, and they haven't stretched it out or warmed it up. So it's not as flexible as it normally would be when, say, they did the appropriate stretching or gave it some time to warm up. Often see it, people run out on a Turkey Day game to play football and, rupture their Achilles because they never stretched. So that's one of the biggest things people can do to prevent this type of injury is stretching beforehand.
Dr. Esmachade, it's the new year. Is there any resolutions that our viewers could make, or even some of your patients could make, that would help them avoid these types of injuries?
Best way to prevent this type of actually, like we talked about, was stretching. That's the biggest thing. But regular exercise, weight reduction always is helpful. That will provide less cause less force to go through the muscle and tendon. And really letting your body warm up a little bit till you really get into your sport. So, some light jogging combined with the stretching beforehand, any type of activity you're going to do, that will usually help prevent some of these injuries.
To see the full interview with Dr. Matthew Espenshade on Achilles ruptures, go to advancedhoops.com. Thanks again for watching.
To be sure, Faulkner Toyota on Paxton Street across from the Harrisburg Mall invites you to check out our extensive assortment of new and used vehicles. Consider the excitement of driving the RAV4 or the functionality of our top-rated Sienna minivan. Test drive the super fuel-efficient Prius hybrid along with our Camrys, Corollas, Tacoma pickups, as well as a full selection of Scions. You'll find security, design, comfort, and a price that will fit your own lifestyle. Call or visit us at faulknertoyota.net.
What game will you bring? Your B game or C? Tomorrow's performance depends on today's recovery. Rebuild. Recharge. Reclaim your A game. Regen, intelligent recovery.
Fortney Construction is on the move, building additions, renovations, and Pella certified for window and door replacements with a quality of work that the customer can count on. Call today. Ask about solar and energy solutions, as well as our solar module installation. You can save money on electric, and the electric company will send you cash for the solar energy your panels generate.
Integrity, reliability, and experience is what Fortney Construction's all about. And it's a great name.
Greg Mays, Charlie Fortney. We're giving him the cue to go, and we're ready for the second half.
All right.
McDevitt's 4 of 22 from the field for 2 points, 4 of 14. And I'm taking a lot of shots here, but this is as even as it can get.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a game of strategy here, but also second half's always boil down to who's making shots.
And East Pennsboro out of the block makes the first with Matt Akey.
Yeah, Matt Akey needs to get in this game because his size is an advantage for East Pennsboro.
Right back the other way.
As soon as you say that, McDevitt's quickness just amazes you.
And there's another turnover. I'm clearly what East Pennsboro had to talk about at halftime were the turnovers.
Yeah, because here's here's an easy thought on this. It's like, hey guys, we cut down these turnovers, we could be up by 10 points. If we just cut down half of them, and naturally McDevitt is going to have to keep that pressure up so that they can keep East Pennsboro turning the ball over.
Little running one-hander doesn't go by Johnson. McDevitt got the basketball back.
I like the way McDevitt gets that ball in a crop check to try to use him as a pivot. East Penn's not playing him tight. They're letting him catch that ball. And that shot right there has been, I don't want to say it's been killing him, but it's definitely been points that McDevitt has been happy to get from crop check.
And he's got 6 of them, and McDevitt has a 2-point advantage.
Yeah, because if he can just make a couple of them like he did, it just keeps the outside opened up.
You know what I've noticed? There's a little fan who's been running along with the East Pennsboro guys, giving them 5. These are the East Pennsboro fans. Do you know who that is?
That's my little guy running back and forth to the concession stand. He's been sitting on my lap here all game, doing a really good job of being quiet, Greg.
That's good.
He just wished he had a headset on. He'd like to commentate the game.
From the Panthers. Conrad, high post. Wilson couldn't get it to fall.
Aaron DeVan got high up on that rebound.
Gaston drives and hits.
Well, East Penn's going to that zone, and with a zone, if you have good penetration like McDevitt, especially baseline penetration, it's hard to come by. That quickness there. Now McDevitt's turning the ball over.
29-25 is the McDevitt advantage early third quarter. Greg Mays, Charlie Fortney, ABC 27 in advanced hoops together with Arlington Orthopedics, bringing you another one of our high school basketball live. Second half of our doubleheader after the McDevitt girls beat these Pennsboro girls by 10 earlier this evening.
McDevitt's trying to, they're doing that trap, trying to throw East Pennsboro off, trying to just create some more turnovers and to keep the turnover thing going, because that's what's really been the key to the game here is turnovers. Have really helped McDevitt stay in this basketball game. So they're trying to keep East Pennsboro on edge.
Well, look at our first half statistics. Compliments of our statistician. Ace Jim Gallagher, 4 of 22 for McDevitt from the field, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. The Panthers were 9 of 12, 5 of 7 from the line, but we talked about the turnovers. 16-3. But look at the defensive rebounds.
Well, and it's the way McDevitt's doing it, getting more opportunities, not making as a high percentage, but getting more opportunities.
Los Santos. He's got 8, cuts the lead back to 2. Gaston had his shot blocked. Panthers couldn't break it out. Now they do. Matt Akey.
Well, you got this home student section on their feet, getting these guys involved. McDevitt's not fretting though. They're taking it to him. They've seen slam dunks before, being in Mid-Penn Commonwealth, so these guards for McDevitt. Number 4, Jaquan Johnson's lightning bolt up the court, getting that ball to crop check, got fouled, not giving East Pennsboro a chance to even relax defensively.
Kropchak has 7. Back to a 1-point McDevitt lead. Take a look at McDevitt coach Jeff Hope. He said his dad, who I saw earlier, Dr. Hope, who's one of his biggest fans, always supporting and saying, hey, this is what I think you need to do. And great father-son coaching combination over the years. Down low again, Akey.
Well, Akey's been the storyline here for East Pennsboro in the second. 6 points here in the second half. Definitely been a spark, and that's where East Pennsboro needs to have the advantage in this game, is around the basket. And he's certainly giving it to him right
Jeff Hogue says, hey, move up. I want to put a little defensive pressure on him.
Yeah, go from the zone trap to the man-to-man, keeping East Pennsboro off balance a little bit. De Los Santos, he welcomes it. He likes slicing through defenses. Well, here's Jaquan Johnson. Man, he's quick.
DeVan.
DeVan's great in the open court.
Kelvin White.
Oh, he's amazing.
You know, we just learned something about Kevin White just a few minutes ago. Is one of his relatives came up and said Kelvin has committed to play football at West Point for Army. What a great move.
You don't play football at West Point unless you have great academics and you got great character. Hats off. Showed a little bit of tiredness there. He's going to have to use his legs a little more in the shot. It just tells you what kind of game this is. A lot of running up and down the court here. He's logged a lot of minutes. And he got into that shot. He got under it more.
He's got 11. The lead back to just 1. Shuffled and it goes out of bounds.
Well, they took away that last shot there. Lane violation. McDevitt keeps switching up. Coach Hogue doing a good job trying to keep East Pennsboro off balance, and it is but you know what? Ball movement always solves the problem. Keep your head up and find the open man. Nice play by Aaron DeVan.
He's got 11.
Nobody does that better than him in this area. Just slashing, pull-ups, jump shot. Boy, we got Jim Gallagher in the game there. Jim's catching skills there.
And we're as close to the court as we've been all year. And we could reach out and touch Tashi Gaston right now. 3:14 left, third quarter. 2-point basketball game. We saw our courtside location. Lost it, who's got it? Nice play by White. He'll circle the troops back. He's going to Army. Gets it to Conrad. De Los Santos. McDevitt rebound. Johnson, the tip. DeVan got a second try at it. He's got 13.
Yeah, McDevitt's winning the hustle game here, and Coach Laudenschlager wants to talk to his team about that.
2:39 left, third quarter.
There's something to be said for a company that has survived the Great Depression, weathered a handful of recessions, and emerged from today's challenging marketplace stronger than ever. And it's worth noting that success has come while keeping its headquarters and decision-making local for more than 80 years. Perhaps growing deeper roots to ensure strength and stability is an idea whose time has come. We figured that out 8 decades ago. Penn National Insurance.
Are color copies really 10 cents? Yeah, 10 cents.
It's easy. Call Fortney Printing. They punch in the order, copies get made, quickly put in boxes. Fortney Printing delivers on time.
Wow, only 10 cents.
Greg Mace, Charlie Fortney here on ABC 27. 37-33, McDevitt with the lead. East Pennsboro with a basketball.
Yeah, Coach Laudenschlager just wanted to get guys settled down, but at the same time give them a game plan going in. And you know, if you could be in the huddle, my guess is it's guys, we can't be out hustled at home. We have to win this is our home court, and just execute, and then defend on the other end and get back on defense. Don't give them the easy ones.
De Los Santos through traffic. Gaston, good control.
Well, they're leaking out. McDevitt's, they call that, when you're on the playground, you call it cherry picking, but nothing wrong with it if you can get away with it.
Crusaders run again. Gaston again. Whistle. Under 2 left, third quarter. Tempting. De Los Santos, now we'll back it out. Look at White, he's wide open. They didn't see him. Now they'll go cross court. Akey, and it counts.
East Pennsboro did a good job there moving the ball and keeping her head up and finding Akey cutting in the basket. So Akey got slapped there in the eye. You're a target when you're 6'7", Greg.
So he goes to the line. And he'll get one. The van clears the boards. Stays with McDevitt. A.J. Wilson seeing his first action now for the Panthers. 6'2" sophomore. Quan Johnson, number 4.
Well, with a minute to go, Coach Schlanzlager need to give Bryce Wilson a quick break. East Pennsboro in this zone. Started out the game, played a lot of man in the first half. Interesting that they're going with this zone. Played a little, I guess a little bit of both in the first half, but Devitt seems to be more comfortable in this track meet type game. It might be a battle of divisions here. The Commonwealth tends to get up and down a little more.
Go back to East Pennsboro. Well, after all that, Panthers will get a shot, chance to cut the lead.
Coach Hoke's team, not having your big guys and a strong presence around the basket and power forwards, you have to live off up tempo, and they're definitely seems a little bit better at this style of game. East Pennsboro has more balance, but when you get down,
yeah, look at White. Got 15.
Oh, the volleyball standard
came out.
The thing's not supposed to come out. Must have hit that just the right way.
He's a big guy.
The whole court shook when he jumped off the floor there. How about last year at Harrisburg? We had boards popping out of the ground.
That's right. Down low, big steal, White.
I mean, he's doing everything but, his math homework here tonight in this game, Calvin White. He's everywhere.
Johnson.
I wonder West Point wants that young man.
There's the van with a big hoop.
Wow. A nice try.
Yeah.
1 second to go. He got the ball down there in half a second.
41-37 McDevitt as we go to the fourth quarter here on ABC 27.
There's something to be said for a company that has survived the Great Depression, weathered a handful of recessions, and emerged from today's challenging marketplace stronger than ever. And it's worth noting that success has come while keeping its headquarters and decision-making local for more than 80 years. Perhaps growing deeper roots to ensure strength and stability is an idea whose time has come. We figured that out 8 decades ago. Penn National Insurance.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre and post surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
All-state freshman Malia Tate DeFreitas tore her ACL in a heated state playoff, and her dreams seemed shattered.
Tried to come back in and it wasn't working out. I thought that my basketball career was over.
Getting an assist from the doctors at Arlington Orthopedic, Malia is ready to attack the hoop this season.
It feels good when I jump and cut and stuff. It feels normal, and the brace really helps me.
To go from tears to a smile, it's just a beautiful thing.
Reminder, you can vote for the Bobby Rahal Honda and Bobby Rahal Toyota Player of the Game. Go to advancedhoops.com, click on our ABC 27 live high school game icon, and you can weigh in what has been a great, close basketball game. 41-37, McDevitt with a lead, fourth quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's hard for me to judge right now. A lot of good performance, but I'll tell you, Kelvin White seems to be everywhere for East Pennsboro. Definitely Aaron DeVan's made an impact, and it's going to be interesting. I think this fourth quarter is going to decide it for me, Greg. The fans can disagree with us, though.
And you can wait till the end as well. Here's Gaston. Didn't get the roll, and look at White again with a rebound. De Los Santos, I got a foul. McDevitt thought he traveled.
Well, I don't know if we have a replay on that, but De Los Santos is one of the best at penetration. Didn't trip by accident, but you know, McDevitt's they don't mind living like this out there, just scrapping and getting every nook and cranny of defense and just tips. But that size difference there is wearing on McDevitt a little here. It's going to be interesting to see if it makes a difference here in the fourth quarter, the size factor.
Bryce Wilson hit down the other end for his third point. Now DeVan gets fouled on the way in. A lot of good single games coming up next week. We got Harrisburg and Steel High. We've also got more Redland games, Central Dolphins. So a lot of single games coming up before we head toward the tournament. Here on ABC 27 as DeVan goes to the line. He's got 16 for the Crusaders.
(42-39).
43, should be 43-39 right now. First free throw of the half.
Devitt doing a good job of forcing a nice rebound by Akey.
He's got 14.
Aaron DeVan has been double teamed left and right here. They don't want to give him a break. They know how explosive he can be from the outside. It's kind of tough to figure out how to guard McDevitt because you play them too close. They're all quick enough to go by you. You play off them, and you got Barwin and DeVan, and these guys can knock the shot down from anywhere.
Conrad.
Nice pass by De Los Santos.
43 all. Last time was at 29 off the Akey jam. DeVan. Look at White coming away out of three guys. But threw it right to Gaston. That'll go out of bounds back to East Penn. Well, once again, Mr. Fortin, you have picked an outstanding game.
I'll tell you what, McDevitt being so good this year has really made this game because we knew East Pennsboro was returning a lot. This was going to be, Coach Laden-Sliger and the crew were going to benefit from last year's, all the returning players. But McDevitt getting off to such a good start makes this a game, and It's what we expected. Two teams that, this could go either way.
And a reminder that if you're interested in year-round basketball programs, coaches clinics, private lessons, Charlie Fortney and his group at Advanced Hoops have a great program. You can call 657-2620 or log on to advancedhoops.com and check out all of your programs.
Well, one of the biggest things we're doing right there is AAU tryouts. So there's some AAU tryout dates in March that are on the website as well.
And again, our player of the game on advancedhoops.com, and you can log on and be a part of that. Boy, it's a very, very competitive Mid-Penn Commonwealth, and we talked about that. It was Mike Bullock who we talked to at halftime. And boy, any one of you could make a case for any one of 6 teams to win.
Well, Patriot News does a good job. Their writers get out. They when they pick Big 15, it's after watching several games. I know that, there's always criticism. These guys didn't play the game or play basketball, but they study these players and they take notes. They look at stats and they do consult coaches and they do consult, other folks to help make these decisions, and they do a good job getting it right most of the time.
White. He's got 17. East Pennsboro's got a 2-point lead.
Well, that's a first lead in a while here for East Pennsboro. So I would say that this is a big possession for McDevitt. First time they've been down. How are they going to handle this? And is this crowd in his home? Oh, there's Aaron Devan, and that's the answer.
He's got 19.
Yeah, and 19. I don't want to say they're a quiet 19, but he's used to getting 19 with 4 or 5 threes under his belt. So this is a good sign for McDevitt. And Aaron's showing his leadership here, showing why he's a leader on this team.
There's Akey. He's got 16. Back and forth we go.
Oh, and he shows some versatility there. Not too many 6'7" guys can take it to the basket and use their left hand like that.
Devan for 3.
Yeah, from Africa, for goodness sakes. Jeez. He was way out there.
And De Los Santos didn't get the roll. Aaron Devan's got 22 points.
Yeah, from 25 feet on the left side. Wow, I don't know if we have an instant replay on that, but that was way out there.
So now De Los Santos, 79% free throw shooter, shows you why he's got 9. .48 all. Devan's just a junior. Nice move, step on the baseline though. Quan Johnson turns it over. Now he's part of the backcourt pressure for McDevitt. De Los Santos felt the pressure, got it off. Conrad.
This is the part in the game. Oh, nice pass.
Akey.
This uncanny athletic is Akey. Very uncanny athletic. And how about Kelvin White's pass there, Greg?
Big time spin move. We got some highlights on this one tonight. Steal. Johnson couldn't get it to go.
Well, Sliger doesn't like that because Akey, as big as he is blocking down at the ball. But McDevitt, give Quan Johnson a lot of credit for that rebound and at an important juncture. 3:52 to go. You go from possibly a 4-point swing if they make a basket on the other end to get the rebound. You have a chance to, now missing that, cut it to 1.
His 4th foul against Akey.
He'll just get a quick breather with 3:50 to go. He's coming right back.
Johnson's 3rd point cuts the lead to 1. Wilson. There's White again.
There's White everywhere.
DeVan, lighting it up. 24 points for Aaron DeVan. And a timeout. 52-49. 3:20 left.
Having been to Arlington Orthopedics several times over the past roughly 15 years, I have found them to be very caring.
For 15 or 20 years, I've dealt with sciatic nerve pain down both legs. Kind of figured I was going to have that all my life.
Because of crippling arthritis, I no longer could hold on to things.
We went through this disc fusion surgery. It's just changed my whole life.
The pain is virtually gone, and he fully expects me to return to 100%.
Borman and Babb Certified Public Accountants is a full-service accounting, tax, and consulting firm with over 17 years experience serving the central Pennsylvania region. From taxes to payroll, from corporate accounting to business consulting, let Borman and Babb help you achieve your financial success.
52-51. East Pennsboro with a 1-point lead in the basketball.
McDevitt,
3.5 left.
McDevitt coming out full court, man pressure, trying to heat it up and get East Pennsboro to turn the ball over, make some bad decisions, running a trap with Aaron DeVan, the best guy to do that with. And it's, oh look, it looks like it's working. Okay.
Look at White.
Yeah. Look at
his own rebound. He's doing everything tonight.
Wow. He makes up for a lot just by being Kelvin White. I mean, just, man.
I like the way you put that. Just by being Kelvin White, he's coming right at us right there.
He's got good hands, rebounds. He's got a bunch of points here tonight.
Yep, he has got 19.
I mean, right now he's my player of the game for East Pennsboro, Greg, just because of all the intangibles and also leading him in scoring. Akey's done a great job as well.
East Pennsboro shooting over 50% from the field. Nice backdoor, almost went. Wilson was fouled.
Yeah, that was a well-designed play to get a sure bucket. Coaches do this at this point in the game. They take the decision-making out of the players' hands. No more freelance motion. It's time to run some stuff so that we can guarantee ourselves, if not a basket, a foul, and that's what Bryce Wilson's trying to do for his team right now and give him the edge from the foul line.
Tip. Not going to go back the other way.
Yeah, push off by White there.
You look at the big difference in the second half. East Pennsboro, who was turning it over literally almost every minute, only has 5 turnovers in this half.
That's been the difference. I mean, at the end of the game, it's still going to be a lot of turnovers for a game, but they definitely switched gears in the second half. They're taking care of the ball.
DeVan has 25.
Well, Lonslager's not happy with that, that foul there, because Aaron DeVan, he's shooting tremendous from the foul line here at
88%. He's got 26. Tied at 53, under 3 minutes left.
This 26 has been a quiet 26, because all of a sudden, early in the game, he wasn't really in the offense. He was patient, he let it come, and wow, what a game he's having. Now McDevitt's back in the 3-2. Went from real hard pressure now to dropping back. See if they can't see what East Pennsboro does here. Picking their spots.
Almost that was stolen away by McDevitt. And it is loose, and it is a jump ball, and it will go back to the Panthers. These Pennsboro fans been into this game tonight. Big trip. Jeff Hoke says get down court, put some more pressure on these guys. Almost stolen away. Wilson waited. White to the hoop. Yes, and it counts.
Well, he got the student section over here. Calvin White must be a student section favorite, I'll tell you. Because he just brought some emotion to this game. This foul shot could make it really tough on McDevitt, force him to have to get more than just a 2-point field goal. He just did that.
White with 22.
Devitt's been responding. There's Aaron DeVan coming off. Wow. What a floater.
Big high arc for his 28th point. Cuts the lead to 1.
That was smart by Aaron DeVan. He was looking for a 3, but recognized it wasn't there and didn't panic and took advantage and got to 2.
Akey gonna back it out, fouled.
Tell you what, East Pennsboro has a heck of a luxury. They got some big guys that can handle the basketball. They're guard-like big guys. Very, very versatile.
So now Akey will go to the line.
These are big foul shots.
And they're up 2. With 19. Two big free throws. 58-55. Both teams will talk it over. 1:36 left.
Greg, we don't have to go any further. I got Aaron DeVan as player of the game for McDevitt and Calvin White as player of the game for East Pennsboro. Any thoughts?
No, I completely agree with you. Here's DeVan's got 28. White has 22. Akey's got 20, but boy, White has just been all over the floor, and we talked about it a little earlier today, committing to West Point to play football, the 6'3 senior. So congratulations to him, and we'll see if he can celebrate twice here with a victory.
Well, it seems like a tale of two different stories in the girls and boys game. The McDevitt girls had the size advantage in the girls game, and they won the game. East Pennsboro has a size advantage in this game, and they're winning the game. They haven't won the game, but definitely it shows that a balanced team is better than especially if the team, all aspects of the game are actually utilized. And East Pennsboro is doing a good job of using their inside game and taking advantage of their advantage.
Still a one-possession game. DeVan, big rebound by White again.
Conrad looks like a globetrotter here.
Akey.
Well, Koropchak had no choice. You don't want to give him the bucket and a foul. You got to make sure he doesn't get that 2-pointer. Make him earn it at the foul line. He's going to foul out right now. Definitely did his best to combat the size of East Pennsboro. He's just outmatched. Good game by Stephen Koropchak.
A reminder, Charlie and I'll be talking to the players of the game, winning coach. Have no idea who that'll be at this point.
You mean the winning coach? Yeah. I know the players of the game.
Yeah. Well, it'll be one of two guys, obviously.
I am curious to see if the fans agree with us on the player of the games.
There's Akey with 21.
They're going to have their opportunity to vote. We haven't had too many times where the fans disagree with us on the player of the game. But I challenge them to disagree with us.
Akey missed. Big rebound by Wilson.
Yeah, he's been quiet tonight, but not right there. That was huge.
East Pennsboro content. Time's on their side. Akey will go back to the line. 2 more big free throws.
No matter how you look at this, even if he makes both, with McDevitt's 3-point shooting, this is a 2-possession game, so there's a full minute left. There's plenty of time for McDevitt. If you look at the size of it, you got Bryce Wilson at 6'4", 6'5" with his body, and Josh Barwin, number 20, under the basket is all McDevitt has to box him out, and Aaron DeVan's up against Calvin White. He's going to be able to handle that with his athleticism, but look at the disadvantage size-wise.
22 for Akey. There's the East Pennsboro student section. Gaston, big bucket. And McDevitt will take a quick timeout. So we're down to 40 seconds left. 3-point game. We'll keep it here. And if East Pennsboro wins this game, that's great for them. Not only because they've got, you're on TV. We talked about the TV factor, whether or not that's a factor or not. But you got the home court. You're playing a Commonwealth team.
Yes.
Up here, big win.
Well, and this is big for East Pennsboro because they haven't had a slide, but they lost to Hershey Saturday night. They needed this to keep this season going, to show that they're not just a lower division team and that they are going to be a contender here in that Mid-Penn tournament, in those district playoffs. And it's a statement tonight if they go on to win, whether they do or not. McDevitt's a team that has a chance to make that Mid-Penn tournament out of the Commonwealth division. So they got as good of a chance as any right now in that division. So this is definitely an impressive East Pennsboro club, an impressive McDevitt club. But with 42 seconds to go, this game is not over.
East Pennsboro outscoring McDevitt 23-16 in the quarter, but you're right. Long way to go when it's a 3-point game. De Los Santos going to back it out wisely. Double team. There's the call. Foul.
Well, this is where foul shots come in.
79% free throw shooter coming into the game.
Yeah, you don't average 15 a game unless you've been doing something on the foul line.
And he hits very smooth. He's got 10.
And hats off to him because he sacrificed a little of his scoring game to take advantage of the size advantage that East Pennsboro had tonight. And that's following the coach's game plan, and that's what basketball's all about. It's a team sport.
Got the roll.
This is still
Polachek.
Still a game.
Lead is 3. Go back to the line. Well, these free throws are big. All these free throws are big. Nate Conrad.
Well, if you're any kind of competitor, you've had this scenario play out in the driveway where it's just you and the foul line up, and you had to hit shots to secure a victory, and I'm sure Nate's had that experience. Any competitor has.
Lead is 5. Polachek. And it'll go back to East Pennsboro. That might do it.
And Coach Oak, McDevitt goes on to lose this, have nothing to be ashamed of. This is a very good East Pennsboro basketball team with probably as good of a balance and power game as I've seen in the area with these 3 guys in Wilson, White, and Akey.
Well, they got the jump ball back. 6 left. 3. Got it. Well.
Banked it from the corner. That's something that, that's another thing you talk about in the backyard. It was a bank from the corner.
Connor Arnold has 9 points. They're all on 3s, and now it's down to a 2-point game.
They want a little time added to the clock. The assistant coaches for McDevitt are trying to do their job and say, listen, the home score clock person let a second go off there. They're trying to buy as much time as possible so that they naturally, after fouling, can have enough time to set up a play, possibly get.
Well, they put 3 on the clock, so they got 3 on the clock. I mean, that's what's that, 0.2 of a second?
How can you even judge that? I guess they're just respecting the request or something. But
look at these Penn from the line, 16 of 23.
Well, you know what
that out.
Well, what that spells is they're attacking the rim in the second half. I mean, it's where they're getting their baskets. When you go to the foul line, you're not relying on jump shots. You're going to the hoop. You're getting fouled.
So I'm sure we'll see a quick foul here. Got to get it in, and they do. Look who's got it. White game. 64-62. East Pennsboro's a winner. Back to talk with the Panthers. Charlie and I will be back here on ABC 27.
Advanced Tube's professional staff has strategized and worked as a team to improve the 2010 training plan.
Feedback I've been getting from the conversation I've had with the parents and kids alike is they would like to see us implement a comprehensive skill evaluation.
The comprehensive skill evaluation will be the basis for recommendations and class placement. We are signing players up right now for the start of the spring program. Advanced Hoops has programs for the youth and novice players, but is mostly noted for helping top area high school players reach their individual potential and develop skills that college coaches are looking for. Advanced Hoops is currently assisting over 20 high school players with the college recruiting process through phone calls, website player profiles, and in-house 5-on-5 video footage. We have helped 7 players sign early, earning full scholarships to play college basketball.
Hello, can I help you? Oh, no need to worry, Mrs. Smith. My grandfather is Russ Failer himself and has been in business for over 30 years. At Russ's Auto and Trailer Sales, we have it all. We specialize in selling a complete line of trailers, a variety of used cars and campers. Our service department can do it all. And we even have a nice guy named Justin who answers the phone. And what do we tell him, Maddie?
Nobody fusses at Russ's.
My personal congratulations to Advanced Hoops alumni Allison Daly of St. Francis University and Alfonso Dawson of Delaware University. Daly and Dawson are Select Medical Student Spotlight, making history, scoring 1,000 points for their college career.
Well, with a very excited East Pennsboro Panther group, Matt Akey, Calvin White, Coach Steve Loudslager. Talk to me a little bit about this win, because this was just tough, gritty basketball all game long.
I'll tell you what, they're a very good team, and having as many turnovers as we did in the beginning and just weathering the storm and then coming out in the second half and answering every one of their little runs and just taking it at them inside shows the character of my basketball team.
Matt, let's talk a little bit about the character, because you guys came up with some great rebounds, and in particular, free throws down the stretch played a big factor. Talk about mentally what you guys were thinking as you went into that second half.
Well, we just knew we had to come out with a lot of fire, and we just needed to get to them.
Kelvin White, has been a big day for you, because we talked about it earlier. You committed to football, to Army, and now a big win, and you were certainly pumped up. Talk about your day, my man.
A lot of stress relieved. It was an awesome day. Committing was awesome, and then coming out here and playing a big game on TV was amazing.
And talk about beating a Mid-Penn Commonwealth team. You're bouncing back off that loss to Hershey, what this meant for you guys.
Well, we know this game was to build our confidence back. We have a really good team, and beating a team that's above us in conference was a big step for us, and we just got to keep the ball rolling now.
And Matt, talk a little bit about the character of this team, the way you guys have played this year.
Well, we've been having a little bit of a struggle, but this game's good to get back and get the win streak going again.
Steve, talk about the character of your team. I know you just talked about it, but coming down the stretch, what this win will mean for you as you got to go forward here, and we look toward the districts.
I think, the big thing is like we said, we're trying to gain confidence. This was a team effort tonight. Every one of them put their, from the guys that came off the bench to the guys that started, and I think that we learned a little bit that if we play as a team, we can overcome and beat a very good basketball team.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, congratulations, guys. Bishop McDevitt falling tonight 64-62 to the Panthers. Charlie and I will be back after this.
To play at a championship level requires a level of discipline few ever achieve. You prepare, you focus, and make a commitment to excellence. That's Hoffman Ford, #1 in sales and in service. Because the customer is #1. Choose from over 400 vehicles in stock. Plus, we're your Roush Performance dealer. Bigger selection, better deals. Hoffman Ford.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre- and post-surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
Well, a split here for East Pennsboro and Bishop McDevitt. The McDevitt girls winning the first game. This boys' game was great, 64-62. And boy, what a day it was for Kelvin. He was so pumped up because, as we said, he committed to Army, quarterback for East Pennsboro, and comes up with a big win here tonight.
He was everywhere. I mean, hats off to the East Pennsboro team. I thought it was a great game plan just to work the big guys. It was their advantage against McDevitt, but McDevitt, amazing. Without having a lot of size, just as quick as they are, the way they move the basketball. I thought this was two well-played games. Somebody has to lose, but I think there were two big wins tonight for both teams. There's a lot to take from this game.
And once again, you know, the crowd, I thought, got everybody pumped up. The television, Kelvin said, man, I played on TV tonight and we won. So that has played, I think, a little bit of a factor. But, boy, what great balance we've seen in Mid-Penn this year.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm just excited to see what's going to happen the rest of the year. The teams all seem, and the coaches seem to be just gearing up to end on a good note. With the Mid-Penn tournament, making it exciting, all the divisions, the Commonwealth, the Keystone, the Capital Colonial, all coming together for that one tournament. It's going to get exciting.
All right, a reminder, we're back next week with Steel High in Harrisburg. Josh Reed will have highlights of this game and all the scores from all over the area coming up on ABC 27 News tonight at 11 o'clock, along with an interview today he did with Phillies manager Charlie Manuel. Now for Charlie Fortney, Greg Mace, thanks to everybody in our Invicta Sports crew and our director, Shad Edwards, saying so long tonight from East Pennsboro High School. We thank everybody here, including athletic director Jim Hudson. Final score of the boys' game, 64-62 East Pennsboro. Now stay tuned for a special presentation of Advanced Hoops. Good night, everybody.
Snap a sack, twist your back, in this thing called rap. Sing it like a shovel rhyme, devil on a heavenly level. Bake the bass, turn up the treble. Radical mind day and night all the time. 714, wise, divine. Maniac, brainiac, winning the game. I'm the lyrical Jesse J. And you don't want that. What I say, then your voice will sing. So please, stay off my back.
AAU spring basketball with advanced hoops. 21 teams last year, featuring the top boys basketball players from all over the region. Advanced Hoops AAU features 10 to 11 player rosters, guarantees playing time, all man-to-man style play, and every player gets professional skill training, along with top quality AAU tournaments. Advanced Hoops has helped over 25 high school athletes get scholarships over the last 2 years. Amazing results. I call this AAU with the follow-through.
When you do miking, it's the same as a regular shot. The ball rolls off those two fingers. Some of you are twist spinning, and look what happens when it hits the bank board. It doesn't go in. So you got to be square shoulders, square your body, and then quickly shuffle your feet, square back up, keep alternating, square back up. That's the miking drill. George Mikan designed it that way. Let's go. These are called X-outs and one dribble drives. You do them at camp every day. Keep that ball in the left hand on the left side. Push the ball out, explode up. And take your time going to the right elbow, turn, pick the ball up, explode, jump up, okay? Get to the left elbow, left hand, explode, jump up. It's important not to jump at the bat or at the wall, but get low and jump up. Good. Full speed, push it out, John. Good. Jab into that shooting position. We're gonna go right, but as soon as you jab into the shooting position, freeze the guy left, long step, 2 dribbles, jump up, okay? 1 dribble's okay. Some of you guards, you're gonna be in traffic, so keeping it out in front, 2 dribbles allows you to change directions easier. Going left, same thing, spin it out, catch, face. Now that we're going left, we freeze right, rake through, push it out, 2 dribbles, layup, okay? Now, if you go to the basket and the defender's here, come here, Keith. If you swipe the ball under your knees like this and step through, he never has a chance to steal the basketball because he's got to go in between you to get the ball. Ready? Go. Play defense. See? Now you can cut back in front for the layup.
Charlie's Advanced Hoops program has really helped me with my guard-oriented skills and made me more recruitable by colleges.
I'm Taylor Groff. I'll be a senior next year at Lampeter Strasburg High School.
For me, advanced hoops has been a great thing over the years. I've been with Charlie since I was in 9th grade. The advantages of it are I've had a chance to come if I ever have a problem with my shot, and he'll always have good words of wisdom and help me fix my shot and get it back on track. Also, it's been a great opportunity to play against different competition since Lampeter's pretty far away from here. And also, Charlie's also had great advice always on college things. If I ever have a question, I can always call him up or come visit him, and he always has great advice on how to handle different recruiting problems and things like that.
My son is, he's a senior at Stilton High Spire, has been working with Charlie and advanced training for 3 years or so. With Charlie's help, Ryan has become a better ball player, offensively and defensively. The things that he can do, Charlie has enhanced, and the things that he didn't do well, Charlie has made sure that he's aware of it and does a better job at getting better.
My experiences as a Division I college basketball player and even my time in the professional and semi-professional ranks has allowed me to train players to reach their potential. I always tell the guys there's no limit to where I can take them as long as they're willing to put the time in. It doesn't matter that you practice for 3 or 4 hours. It's more important that you practice for an hour or an hour and a half on things that will make your game better. It's important to work on weaknesses until they become strengths.
AAU Spring Basketball with Advanced Hoops. 21 teams last year, featuring the top boys basketball players from all over the region. Advanced Hoops AAU features 10 to 11 player rosters, guarantees playing time, all man-to-man style play, and every player gets professional skill training along with top quality AAU tournaments. Advanced Hoops has helped over 25 high school athletes get scholarships over the last 2 years. Amazing results. I call this AAU with the follow-through.
We would like to welcome you to Advanced Hoops.
My daughter's first time through. It's actually her second camp, but I've coached for 25 years, seen a lot of individual camps, team camps, clinics, things like that. This is the best that I've seen. The staff is very positive, very flexible in scheduling, things like that, and we've seen a lot of real individual improvement over the last summer just being a part of this.
AAU Spring Basketball with Advanced Hoops. 21 teams last year, featuring the top boys basketball players from all over the region. Advanced Hoops AAU features 10 to 11 player rosters, guarantees playing time, all man-to-man style play, and every player gets professional skill training along with top quality AAU tournaments. Advanced Hoops has helped over 25 high school athletes get scholarships over the last 2 years. Amazing results. I call this AAU with the follow-through.